Hello, folks. Last time we learned about application services 3 extension, which is used for big IP. Today's video will see how we can deploy AS3 application services on big IP. So in order to do that, actually, let me go to the GitHub page here and let me copy this link. Okay, so what I'm going to do is git clone this on a terminal. And once I do that, I can go to the AS3 directory. You can see that I have only single file there. So let me open VSCode. So here actually you can see like I have opened the VSCode. If I go and click here, here is my repository, my folder, AS3 folder, and under that I have the example HTTP AS3 example, right? So before working on this particular AS3 configuration, let's connect to the big IP. So what I can do is install the extension. So I go here and search for F5 extension. So here actually you can see that you can load this extension. Currently I have already installed, but if you have not done that, actually you can install that. Once you install that, you will get F5 here, a logo of F5. So in this, actually there is no host added, so I can just add the host now. You can say admin, my IP address of the host or of the big IP. So you can see on the right side here in the terminal, it's trying to get connected to the big IP. Let me give my password here. So once I give the password, it's connecting with admin. You can see already it got connected. I got 200 OK. Now what I can do is go to the Explorer again, open the file. Let's minimize this. So let me talk a little bit about this AS3 configuration. So the class is AS3, like the last video we discussed about that, where you can take action as deploy, or you can do dry run. Couple of options are there. And then you have the declaration class, which is ADC, application delivery class. So here actually it will deploy, it will tell you about the schema version, what version you are using, ID. You can have any ID number, it's nothing, any unique ID you can give. Then the label. So now this label, actually it is better, it helps for searching, and like if you have hundreds of applications, definitely it will help you. Then you have the sample 01. So this is class tenant, and sample 01 is the name of the tenant or the partition which will be configured on the big IP. Then under that tenant, under that partition, you will have applications. So you can see the application class, and A1 is my application. So this is the A1 name. So you can give any name, like depending upon what you are deploying. Let's say I'm deploying a Microsoft Exchange, I can give Exchange name or whatever suits your application to identify the virtual server. So this is A1, and then app A is actually the application name. So the service HTTP name. So class service HTTP, this is the virtual server, and this app A will be the virtual server name, right? So it will have for here, it will have a virtual address of 10.01.4, and then it will have web pool, and then members. Server addresses is actually the pool members which you're gonna add. So since we are already connected, previous example we already saw that we have connected to the big IP. I can be on this particular JSON, and I can right click and say I can deploy the I can post the AS3 declaration. So here you can see that it's now talking to big IP, and it has already posted, right? So I got the 200. Okay. Now, if I go back here on the F5 big IP logo, you can see that I have one tenant which we talked about, sample 01, which is your, let me minimize this. So which is your sample 01 tenant here, right? Which is already configured on big IP. And this is my application, which is configured, and then you can further, it shows all that information, but I can also go onto the big IP and see what has been configured. So let me do that. So let me bring that video. So here is my link. So let me go back to the big IP. Let me log in to that. Admin and my password. So if you go to the virtual server and look at this tenant, so I have this tenant already configured. App A is my virtual server, which we already gave the name in the AS3 JSON. A1 is my description of that application and my virtual server, my port number, and so on. And then similarly, we will have those pool members also configured accordingly, right? So what I can do is also I can go ahead and, let's say I want to get rid of this tenant. I can just go do right click here and delete that tenant. So that will pretty much clear my tenant as well. So here you can see that the service is also shown. So that's pretty much it. In the next video, we'll see like how we can use curl to deploy the application. In this example, we used VSCode to deploy the AS3 application on big IP. In the next video, we'll talk about how we can use curl with a terminal to deploy the application. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.